And I will just proceed to the first question of this paper. And the question reads, the scientific name of the cat is Felis catus. Classify the cat into Roman 1, the kingdom, Roman 2, genus, and Roman 3, species. And of course, you need to understand this. Organisms are given scientific names. And it said that the first aspect of what you need to know about scientific names is that these names are supposed to be given in a language called Latin. Then why do we not pick English or any other language for us to actually name organisms scientifically? We picked Latin because it is internationally able to get understood or used to communicate among scientists. So scientists can be able to communicate amongst themselves by using a common language so that they can be able to what we call international awareness or easier communication among scientists in the whole world so that they can be able to understand each other. So Felis catus is a scientific name of a cat. Felis catus is a Latin naming, the naming that has actually employed the use of a Latin language. And of course, in what you call scientific naming, there's something called binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature is the double naming of organisms, where an organism is assigned a double naming system consisting of a genus name and a species name. So it is called binomial nomenclature. The rule of assigning two scientific names to an organism. The double naming system where an organism is assigned two names. The first name is that of the genus and the other name is that of the species. So the scientific naming of organisms by assigning a double naming system to an organism so that you can be able to identify that organism very easily. So of course, a cat is under a kingdom called Kingdom Animalia. Because a cat is an animal, so it falls under Kingdom Animalia. And of course, the first name is the genus. We'll write here Felis, and the other name is Catus. We shall have this as Catus. And for your information, this name is not correctly written. Why? Because we said in the scientific naming of organisms, where an organism is given a double naming system, the first name must be that of a genus to start with a capital letter, and their name is a species to be written in small letter. So the Catus as a species name is written starting with a capital letter, which is very, very wrong. So it must be written in small letters or in lowercase. So Felis, the genus name, starting with a capital letter, and Catus is a species name, which is supposed to be written in small letters. The names, if handwritten, should be underlined separately, but in printed manuscripts, like this one is a printed work, it is supposed to be written in italics and not underlined. You see, I don't know why they underlined this and have actually given us in a printed output. So the names in printed manuscript or in any handbook or in any printed works, it must be written in italics and not underlined separately, unless you want to write that name down. If it is handwritten, you can actually underline the two separately. And of course, we always say that you need to start with a genus name, then a species name. A genus must start with a capital letter, then a species must be written in small letters. If handwritten, they should be underlined separately, and if in printed works, they should be written in italics. They should be in Latin language. Now, question 2. The figure below shows a structure of a tooth. Identify the tooth. This is an incisor. If you write in scissors, you won't get it because it's only one tooth. So you're supposed to say an incisor. Reason behind this, it is conical shaped. Okay, we better say it is it conical shaped? This one, the one that is conical shaped, the canine. So this one is chisel shaped. It is chisel shaped, and another reason is it has one root. So this looks like a chisel. I think it's actually a type of a tool that was earlier on invented by most of what we have as our earliest beings or ancestors in history. And it actually gets used even as a tool in most communities, maybe for digging up the ground and some other applications. So it has one root, as you can see, one root. It has one root. Then it is actually chisel shaped. Chisel shaped. The surfaces are flat and sharp. Flat and sharp. Cutting edge. See, so this surface is flat and sharp. So it is actually used for biting and cutting. Biting and cutting food. State how the tooth named in A is modified to perform its function. We've said 1, it is chisel shaped. It has one root to well fit into the jaw. It has a flat and sharp cutting edge so that it can actually get well used in biting and cutting food. That becomes our final answer for that.